Welcome to The Short Score, your weekly update of roping news from around the industry, where you can find the latest on the sport from the pro rodeo ranks to the jackpot world. I'm Taylor Vollen, and I'm your host. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Short Score. It's your host, Taylor Vollen. It is officially June, which means the rodeo road is heating up and the summer run is practically here. There were a lot of rodeos over the weekend, especially circuit ones, but the biggest average check of the weekend was one in Fort Smith, Arkansas by Tanner Tomlinson and Patrick Smith. They were a 3.7 to both take home $3,032, and I had the chance to catch up with both of them after their win. Tell me a little bit about what your game plan was on that start there.
We're just getting back after it. We were just going to stick to our game plan from last year and just make smooth runs, start off our year getting started off sharp. And our steer was supposed to be pretty good, about medium, a little stronger than the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Our plan was just to go make our run and see what happens. And I honestly didn't think we were 3-7, but we just made our same run we made all last year, and Pat heeled him fast. We got a really good flag and good finish, and kicked our summer run off right.
Right. What was kind of going through your head after that run? I mean, you had one more team after that. Did you kind of feel pretty good with it, or were you a little nervous?
Oh, I felt good, but Shay Carroll's been doing an awesome job
Yeah.
here lately, and they had a good steer, so I knew it wasn't in the bag yet, but I was happy with our run. We just want to see how it played out. It worked out in our favor.
Right. Patrick told me you weren't riding your first stringer. Who were you riding last night?
I was riding Outcast. It's a horse I bought last year. I've been kind of camping out on him the last few months, getting him ready. He's going to be in the rig with me this summer.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing really good. He'll be my second string this summer.
What made you decide
He's
to
really good for short scores.
Gotcha. I was just going to ask what made you decide to ride him last night.
Yes, ma'am. Short scores, he's really good. That's why I rode him last night.
So, you know, a lot of young guys, I'm sure, and not just young guys, but would love to be in your shoes roping with Patrick. Kind of touch on that for me, what it means to you to get to rope with him.
Oh, it means the world. Like I said, it's probably been the biggest blessing to my career to get it started off right and do everything right, a business side of it, and learn. And it's been a blast roping with him.
Right.
I hope I got a few more years out of him, but it's been a great opportunity for me in my career.
Mm-hmm. So I know Fort Smith isn't a huge win necessarily, but it's a good one for sure, and it's a good step in the right direction to start the summer off.
I feel like it's a good start to get tapped off. It's always good to get started off in the right way and get tapped off and get the momentum and the ball running, especially before the fourth run. So we're going to hope to keep that momentum running and hope it rolls into the fourth.
Right. Game plan for the summer other than the obvious?
Game plan for the summer is just to make our run and try to place it at many rodeos as we can and see what happens and get the ball rolling right. Last year we kind of got the ball rolling a little later, started at the fourth and kind of started getting the ball rolling towards the end of the year. So this year we're trying to get it started off early and finish strong.
Perfect. Start off by just kind of telling me about your run from your perspective.
So we've been kind of laying low for a little while. We hadn't really been to just a ton of rodeos, but so we went in with just a game plan to kind of use this week to get some stuff sharpened up and have a really good steer, and knew if I could set him over there in the right pattern for Tanner that we'd have a chance to win it. So he did a great job. The little horse he was riding did a good job. So just always good to kick off the early summer with a little bit of a momentum.
Right. I was going to ask you that kind of. I know it might not be the biggest check you guys are going to cash this year, hopefully, but just kind of what confidence that might give you guys going into the summer run, things like that.
It does, especially like he was riding his second string head horse. He's been giving Freightliner, his number one horse, a break for the last couple of months. And we're just now getting rigs and entering everywhere, kind of getting ready for the summer. So if you can pick up a little bit of money along the way while you're gathering up to go on the big summer run, you know, every dollar counts. So yeah, it definitely helps with the confidence and with the just kind of give you a little bit of a head start on the summer.
Right. So you guys were second to last out last night in the perf, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What was kind of going through y'all's heads? Did you kind of know what you needed to do? What was really the game plan, I guess?
Yeah, like I said, we knew we had a good steer, and just I told him before we went in, and I said, I think if we just make a sharp run, not do anything really crazy, I think we can be 4-1 or faster on this steer. I think the pattern of him sets up perfect for this setup and arena,
Mm-hmm.
and that's exactly how it went down. The steer was perfect, and he got a really good start, had it on him fast. And like I said, it was not anything crazy, just no wasted motion, and that's what you're after, is when it's something you can put it together where your horses are working and it's not some crazy wild run.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I was telling him I'd like to go into the summer making some runs that feels like we can do it more than once ever now and then.
Yeah. So you said Tanner was riding his second string. Who were you riding last night?
I was riding Turbo.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm going to get Rooster's been at the breeding facility since January. I'm going to get him back tomorrow and start getting him legged up in shape to take with us out there and send him one direction.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about what you like about roping with Tanner.
Well, I think it's just the relationship thing of this has been fun. I mean, he's become like part of our family.
Mm-hmm.
And, we obviously his talent it's always fun when you're winning. Somebody asked me today how much longer I was going to do this, and I told him, I said, it's hard to not do it when you have a great partner and a great horse.
Right.
But it's just been a lot of fun. I went several years there not doing very good at all, and getting somebody now that things are just clicking with, and we both have enjoyed it. And so it's been a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. How did Fort Smith kind of work in your guys' schedule? Were you able to go anywhere else, or was that kind of the main one you guys hit this weekend?
We just went to two. We went to Mount Pleasant and Fort Smith. We didn't enter a whole lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do any good at Mount Pleasant, but now we're going to 3 more this week.
Right.
And then we're going to kick it off at Reno with the summer run.
Mm-hmm. So what is the overall goal for the summer? I know that might be a silly question, but what's the plan?
Well, my goal, I mean, what we're talking about is what I said a minute ago, just making runs on whatever, steer we have, and not getting too crazy, but just trying to stick to the game plan and make runs, because the new payouts that they're doing to these one headers, you don't necessarily have to win first to keep climbing the standings ladder. You just need to make sure you're making good runs. So I think just not running over ourselves and sticking to the game plan is what we're looking for. And if we'll do that, then we'll be right where we need to be.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that too, going to, getting into the one headers now, since the winter is so full of average races or, setups like Houston, the tournament styles. Kind of, is it refreshing for you guys to have one headers, or how do you guys feel about them?
I like them. Like I said, especially when you have somebody like Tanner that, depending on the scenario, he can go as fast as anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a guy like that, obviously the one headers can, they sure don't scare him off. And so I look forward to them. Like I said, as long as we're doing it the way we've trained ourselves to do it, and not just fall into a speed trap, but instead stick to the game plan, make the best run we can on each steer, and then just keep getting to the next ones.
Right. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of The Short Score. Don't forget to keep up with the Team Rope and Journal social media all summer long. We're going to be bringing you updates on the Pro Rodeo Road all summer, and you're not going to want to miss it.